Hi everyone, welcome to this week's analysis. I'll be adding 3 more markets to my analysis from this week onwards. They are US, Hong Kong, and the Indonesian market, in addition to the Singapore market that I analyzed. So I will be doing a little bit faster because the video recording time limit is 15 minutes, so I have to keep it within there, and then I can post it on YouTube. If my analysis is brief, if you have any question, you can email me at rollertigger@gmail.com and probably ask a question about why I derive my judgment, but I will just give you my judgment anyway from the analysis now. So this is SPY, which is the S&P 500 exchange traded fund. Why I use SPY? Because of the volume from this data provider. I couldn't get volume on the indices, so I use SPY, and SPY is reasonable enough to track the S&P 500 because most institutions are using SPY as their benchmark portfolio holdings, so it's reasonable enough for SPY to follow the cash market. So anyway, SPY has broke the uptrend line, and then now we see SPY price is very struggling to move back towards the demand line, and I'm expecting S&P 500 to come back to this range, this zone here, 131 and 134, between 131 and 134, this zone for a test, and hopefully to set up some give us some trade setup at this level for long. But if this level is going to break, then the next level will be 128 to 130, and this level I'll believe that there will be a strong support that's coming in here, or strong demand coming in at this level here, because it is a halfway point of this up move, so it's probably going to be giving much more support if S&P is going to break this zone here. However, I think S&P is probably likely to stay above this zone, or come back down to test and then goes back up again. And that is on the weekly chart, and if that happen, the target will be the all-time, not really all-time high, but the new high of 142.21. So that will be the target if this have a trade setup here at this level. So let's look at the daily chart, and let me show you some very interesting things. In the daily chart, we have this NFP day, and then this NFP was a holiday, by the way, on the cash market. So this was following the holiday, following the NFP announcement, which was way below expectation. So market was selling out of the stocks, and you see price are depressed. And on this bar we have a very high volume and comes in, but we do not have a follow through to the downside. Instead we gap up, and then we rallies back up into the range of the post NFP day, and then we saw some selling coming in, stocks will sell down, and we come into the range of this big down bar, and then we see buying coming in, and we see price gap up again and into the range of the NFP day, and then we see selling coming in again and push price back down into the range of this big down bar. And then on Friday we are holding within the range of the NFP day. Okay, why do I stress the range and the range? Okay, so what you do is that you can analyze it, and you see why it's happening, because I'm seeing selling coming in this range and buying coming in this range, but what we are seeing here is the lifting of lows, higher lows here, and then we are making slight higher high here. So there is some buying going on, and I believe this is a buy zone. However, there is still a lot of excess supply on the top, so I believe S&P is probably going to come down towards this low here, and probably will give us a very good setup for a long position. So that is the US market for next week. And I have to pause the video now because of the save time, so I'm going into the Jakarta market. Alright, this is Jakarta market, which is the Jakarta Composite Index, Indonesian market, and we are seeing a very strong move up here after this very strong down move. But while we are all the way negating all the negative effect on this down move here, but we did a upthrust on this week, or upthrust to the all-time high, and we put in another new all-time high of 42.32 level at this point here. Then the following 2 weeks, we probably I thought was coming to see a test at the 40.38 level, but we are not seeing that, and market was holding above this bar the above this low of this bar. So the market was holding and then closing quite good on the high, and this week was closing on the high also and making another slight progress to the upside. However, the volume is high, so we are expecting a lot of selling coming in here, and because of the all-time high level, and there is a lot of selling going on, and but the low is lifting quite significantly. So we know that demand is also at the same time quite active at the level here. So in this 3-bar combination, it looks like a very early absorption behavior, so we will probably want to be careful in shorting, but I don't think we can short Indonesian market. But anyway, we probably have to be watchful. But I do not think that we are going to break this level very soon. We probably need another 1 more week or so to consolidate within this range to absorb, because the volume is really high. So I think there's still a lot of excess supply in the market. We probably need another shakeout or a very low volume bar to tell us that there's no supply, and then probably the market can take off and take out the new high and make another new high up. This trend channel is price is behaving very well within this trend channel here, so probably this trend channel might work and to guide us or to guide the price higher. Who knows? So you will probably want to take a look at that. And but we take note that we have a supply line here, and we might have some resistance that's coming at this high here. So that is on the weekly chart. On the daily, what we're seeing is that we're seeing this hugging of the low, and then but we are also seeing a very high, higher swing high here, so it's reflected on the weekly chart. So this is just that more confirmation from the lower time frame that price is still behaving well, and we are seeing increase in volume, which is also reflected on the weekly chart. So overall, there is still strength in the Jakarta market, and that upthrust on the weekly chart, which I showed you just now, upthrust on the weekly chart, we do not take it too seriously, because we are in a very strong uptrend. So this upthrust is not playing very well out because of the 2 weeks, the following 2 bars has more or less negated this upthrust effect. So on the Jakarta on the whole, I believe that on the daily chart is going to probably try to test the all-time all-time high level, between the all-time high and also the 42-32 level. This range is probably going to stay here for another few more days in order to absorb or whatever, build some accumulation position for the Jakarta Composite Index to move higher. So that is my take for the Jakarta Composite Index next week. Low on the downside, 4109 is a critical level. Once you break this, we are going to see 4038 very soon, and hopefully that this demand line is going to help, but we will probably have to see what's price going to happen, what price behave when we break this level. So next I'll go to the Hong Kong market. Hi, this is HSI, the Hong Kong market. Okay, so now this is a weekly chart. What we are seeing here is that we see price starting to move down, but this up move, and compare this up move to this down move. This down move is actually quite difficult to move down, as we can see that there's some clustering of closes here, and then now we are bouncing off the demand line, which is drawn from this low to this low here, and then we bounce it off here. So the likely chance that HSI is going to go up next week is much higher, and we probably like to see it come to the 21,500 level, which is confluence to a supply line on the daily chart. That goes to the daily chart. So this is the supply line that we have drawn from this high to this high. This is 21,500 level, which is probably likely to reach here if the demand has come into the market. However, on the Thursday and Friday, we see a lack of demand here, as we are coming into this range of this bar here. This bar has a high volume bar. I do not know what's the high volume meaning here, but as we can see that there's some supply, because when we price dips down below it and comes back up into the range here, we have some supply. Price dips down, comes back up, supply, price dips down, and then now it's trying to come back into the range, and we are seeing a lack of demand, so there is probably a pullback in the early week, probably towards the only 2590 level, because there's a gap here, so we probably come back to test the gap, and hopefully to see demand coming in, and also to see this immediate uptrend channel, which there's a demand line here. If this demand line holds to prevent HSS to coming down into the gap, then we're probably going to see a very good up move to come to the 21,300 level, which is the first one, because there is a clustering of closes here. So that might be a zone where we expect supply coming in, probably a dip up or a pop up above to the 21,500 and comes back down to the 21,300 next week. So we will want to see that how that is happening, and we will see how that is going to pan out next week. Alright, so let's go to Singapore market now. This is Singapore market, and this is a weekly chart. Singapore market has been going sideways for 10 weeks. This is all 10 weekly bars here, and we are going sideways. And the more it looks like, to me, the more it looks like it's absorbing, and it's holding gains after this move up here. It's holding gains here now at the 3,000 level, which I think is absorbing. Because of the volume character and price bar behaviors here, I would think that if STI is going to break out the 30-31 level, we are going to see a very strong up move towards the at least the 3208 level, which I mark here in the box, which we're probably going to expect a huge supply coming in at this level here. So do watch out for the breakout of the 30-31 if it comes. On the low side, if it breaks down this low and then they take out the 2906 low, this will be the level that we're probably going to watch, the 2800 level. So that is on the weekly chart. Let's go to the daily and take a closer look of the weekly chart. So basically what we are seeing here is that as we can see that price is actually staying above the range here, and this is the range from the 2906 to the 30-31 level. This is the range, and it is spending a lot of time at the top part of the range. As we can see that the volume is not high when it comes down, comes into the down bars, and the demand is actually slightly to pick up at this point here at the later stage here. So because we probably have already been through a 10 weeks of sideways consolidation, so I believe STI is probably going to prepare itself to move higher and challenge the 30-31 level, and then probably going to pop up above it, and if it's really going to go up, and we are going to see a very good run on the in the Singapore market. However, to look at the downside, we probably have to take note of the 2945 level. Once this level is broken down, we are expecting some consolidation to be in here, in between the 2906 and 2945. But if volume is strong and the down bar is closing poorly, and we see liquidation or supply coming into the market, we are going to expect this level not to hold and coming back into this probable range of support, which I believe this will be probably a very strong support for STI, because this is a halfway of this up move here. So there's a 50% retracement, so that is what I'm expecting to STI if it's going to break this level. So that is that concludes the whole week analysis of the four markets. And if you do have any questions and about the analysis and also some principles that I highlighted but I wasn't explained in detail because of the time limitation, please do send me email at the at rollerticker@gmail.com, which is on the first slide, which I can show you, and again, oh, not here, huh? Okay, so basically what I am showing you here will be the type in at ticker@gmail.com. Alright, so if you do have any question, please email me. Don't be shy, email me, and I will try my best to answer your question. So that's all for this week. I'll see you next week. Thanks.